I will.
Gaimin Gladiators versus BetBoom.
I don't know where it goes away.
Say it.
Okay, I have to get it out there, Austin.
Yeah, go ahead.
You've been seeing the Reddit drama.
Yeah. Quinn got himself into some pub drama again. What's new?
Yeah, but apparently he was just practicing. Wasn't he Huskar in that game? And he was flaming the Oracle for not calling the rune? And now he's playing Huskar Oracle? All I'm saying is if I'm Malady in this game, holy shit, I'm sweating my balls off right now. I'm sitting there soaked to the chair, spamming that rune. Stop. Please, Quinn.
Don't grief the game, Quinn, please.
Quinn is really tempting fate with this one.
He kind of is, yeah.
What can you do, man?
But if he wins, was he right?
No, he was never right.
Okay.
He was always wrong on the subject. And for the record, I have criticized him about it forever.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
But I've done it to his face.
Yeah,
multiple times.
As have multiple of his friends.
Yeah, so.
The man just can't stop himself.
Hopefully.
He needs help.
Hopefully he can fix it one day. That's all I have to say on that topic. But there is some irony here.
He will definitely fix it. He'll quit playing Dota. That's how he's going to fix it.
That's not a solution.
It kind of is. Not too many other situations in life that are like Dota, to be honest.
I don't know about that.
As much as people love to be able to say, oh, you learn things from playing Dota. It doesn't really translate to real life. Let's be real. The bouncing Chaos Bolt.
He's back. Save on his Siggy.
It's going to be an interesting one. Reality Rift pulling him into double Ion Shell. That sounds kind of nasty.
This is how they were originally running it, with the Darkseer to enable him on the lane. You get a little more synergy in the ganks. Can leave this Darkseer alone too if you want to go for that mid-roam, which we could easily see this game because it looks pretty straightforward, right? You roam mid, you bolt this Huskar into LSA or just Dragon Slave right clicks.
Yeah. They have a lot of answers to Huskar in this game. I feel like Marcy has got to be a really good answer to Huskar too, right? Like just raw physical damage, burst.
Also a hero that doesn't kite you. Like Huskar doesn't have that disarm anymore, and once he's in the fight, he's just there. It's not a hero you have to chase down on Marcy. I feel like that's where the IO Marcy falters. When you have to chase too many people around the fight, and you spend your whole time doing that, and then your BKB wears out, some guy gets 4-staffed, and you're like, oh, am I going to die? And then you die. But Huskar, he just goes in, so
what we're saying is that
that
Quinn's game is going to be entirely dependent on the performance of his Oracle?
Probably. I mean, you've got to call these runes.
Pressure is on. Bottom lane. It's a Centaur Dark Willow. A pretty strong lane normally. And I imagine they will win just because Marcy is kind of lacking a facet in the first 5 levels, so have to imagine they're stronger.
I don't like what BetBoom got going on in this draft. I think they could easily lose this game horribly. But I kind of like it's got some nice little synergy. They have this Darkseer to bounce out the single target Lina Marcy, which I think is a big deal here. I feel like Gaimin's draft is, again, maybe it's not as all over the place as that other Huskar draft. They have a bit more synergy in terms of playing through the Huskar, making sure his game is as good as possible, which I think is what you should do with this hero. You have Sven for some armor, Oracle to just guarantee the bailout, Stampede to maybe reposition either of those heroes next to the other, and Willow for some control. Pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
If this Huskar gets cooking and he's just killing everybody with Aegises, they will probably win the game. If BetBoom managed to kill this Huskar 2 or 3 times, the game becomes pretty difficult for Gaimin, as he's their big damage source outside of Sven scaling, which not a bad Sven game when you look at it, actually.
What makes a good Sven game? I struggle to know.
Lane matchup's a big one. Like, this hero has to farm the lane early so that when he goes to jungle, he has the levels and the early Mask of Madness to accelerate.
Right, and Darkseer's always a good matchup for
Exactly.
Sven, sure.
So that's a big deal.
Okay.
And 2 is he just wants targets that when you jump and stun them, you can see them dying. Or there's some follow-up to help you stay on top of those heroes. So Stampede helps a lot. The Dark Willow stuns help. I think if you jump the Lina, you're probably going to kill him this game. If you jump the supports, you can kill them this game. Like, Io's a pretty nice jumper. You jump this Io, stun him. Boom, boom, boom. 3 hits with a Daedalus. You're going to kill him.
And
No matter what he
Marcy is not actually that tanky of a strength hero.
No, not a bad hero to jump if you have stun follow.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get the BKB turnaround. So I think it's very reasonable here. I also think Sven is not I never feel comfortable with that hero when he is the only scaling character in a lineup.
Yeah, the hero seems to not actually be a 1v5 hero.
It's very tough. He doesn't have the mobility he used to with the Superman stun or some of the faster harpoon buildups.
Yeah.
He's
he does have that, but nobody actually builds this axe.
Yeah, it's not that good anymore.
Big burst damage. Malady coming through the gate to this bottom lane, but they had just enough survivability. They had Lotus, the IO. No rotation from the BetBoom support. Save says it's not worth his time. So instead, okay, now he TPs in. But that means they're not going to be there for the power room. So they better get this kill on Ace, which they will. That's going to be first blood.
It's that CK roll. This is how BetBoom like to play around this hero and around Save. Likes to roam. He likes to make action happen.
And when you make that play, it's so obvious that the two supports are trying to gank mid. But GPK is playing very far back.
Not giving him anything. And now this support duo is going to come into mid. And remember, you can link up this Chaos Knight. Kind of a beastly support duo in terms of running you down. If you get caught, Tofu will be able to walk it off there.
Yeah, largely because Leanins don't go LSA, so.
Not a support duo you want to run into late at night in the woods, you know?
Which one?
The IOCK. I mean, which one?
Dire's middle tower.
I don't know. I feel like Dark Willow is actually the scariest support hero to run into in the jungle in the middle of the night.
Nah.
Okay, what's scary?
IOCK.
That's... Okay. Wait, are we talking about in Dota and in real life?
Radiant's middle
In
tower
Dota?
is under attack.
Dude, Io wipes their Dark Willow wipes the floor with both of them.
What are you talking about? If we put these two support duos in a vacuum, level 3, and they walked into each other, you're telling me that Oracle Dark Willow win that?
No, but a level 6.
Okay,
definitely
so
win that.
I'm not talking about. Oh, level 6, level 10. Oh, what if Dark Willow is a divine rapier? I mean, you're just making situations up in your mind now. We're talking about the early game and the roaming potential. This is the context, Austin. Stay within the context. Stay in your lane, honestly. Okay?
You didn't provide any context.
Everybody calls you out of the lane Walsh. Because you're constantly going into other people's jobs. Try to take over hosting. Try to take over analyst position. Try to become a pro player. Just stick to the play-by-play, man, okay?
Scanning.
Well, really, I tried to become a pro player first. And then I became a pro player.
That did nothing.
Yeah, Shield Rune will do that to you. Quinn's going to kill GPK. Is he going to kill Save as well? Blood Grenade slowing him
Yeah,
down.
that's a lot of spears.
Burning, burning, burning. Fairy Fire, not enough. And now he takes your jungle. Uh-oh. Quinn Huskar is already off to a hot start.
I mean, they knew where the rune was.
It's kind of broken when you do that, yeah. He's just all in committed, spam right-clicking it, knowing that it's going to be Shield Rune, vacuum back in, Miro's still going to be stunned, and here comes Quinn. Ready to dunk on him. Killing spree immediately for Quinn on his first rotation.
This is not what you want to give up if you're BetBoom. The worst hero to give these kind of kill streaks to, this kind of start. Save is going in. He's trying to make something happen, but you might just beat away more.
They're going to try and jump onto the Huskar, pull him back in with your Rift. Nicely played. And Malady, there's no Roshan to not yourself do there. So he'll fall as well. Relocate back to the bottom lane for efficiency.
Surprise Katayomi is this high level.
Stomp onto Kiritich. Man, what a value ultimate. Killed 3 heroes with that. Okay, so Quinn makes his rotation, 3 kills. Kiritich, thanks to Katayomi's relocate, makes his rotation, 3 kills.
This Io's already level 7.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. How did that happen?
Insane. They got a couple kills bottom and just bulldozed through that XP. Quinn did not expect that. You can call where the rune is, but you can't call the IO reload, apparently.
Speaking of, new rune coming. Is there a way for casters to know what the rune is going to be?
No.
I guess that would probably be abusable in some way.
Radiant's middle
Regen
tower is under
bottom.
attack.
Boring rune for a Huskar. But they are going to smoke off of it. Not having level 6 on their supports yet. They are going to smoke, and they double chaliced. Is that there's no way that stacks.
No.
But spotting GPK. Oh, no. Oh, I bet they wish they had their chalice still. Might have been able to get Quinn to close that gap. But they stack chalices.
And the fact they feel they need to smoke Quinn to get a pick off before just pushing mid tower straight up tells you they're not that confident going into the Lina with potential reload backup, which is a win for BetBoom because now they get to make other plays.
Yep, now they're going to make their move on Ace instead. Pop that ultimate. Ace comes in. Watson comes in and bails out Ace, rather.
I mean, he's not winning that man fight, though.
No, he's not. So it's still going to be kind of an awkward rotation, but...
Reload out.
You did say... I mean, they probably assumed there was not a Sven alone. You did say you wanted Watson to be more active. That is very active for a Sven.
Yes. Not a move you would expect. He's very farm, though. Didn't cost him too much, especially if he gets to take this tower with some God strength left over. Catapult down here.
Yeah, it's getting about that time. You probably don't want to be staying in the Darkseer lane. He's angling to make a move on you, no doubt.
I mean, Quinn's lingering up here. It's like he wants to stop this Darkseer pressure.
Yeah, the Oracle being level 6, they can't make this move. So jumping onto the Darkseer, hit him with the silence. He got off the surge, couple more hits. Miro's definitely dead. And now Fortune's End on save. Bedlam to chase him down. Phantasm's going to be put to use, but he can't really stop all of this damage. So double kill. Back over to bottom lane. Kiritich tries to go after Watson, but stun interrupts, and now Watson should be fine.
Very easy to go down in this game to either team. A lot of burst damage oriented heroes. You misstep on the map, you get punished real hard, real fast. And at some point that could translate into more objectives here, not just some kill streaks.
God, I love money.
Pipe first for the Darkseer. Not bad here, I guess. I don't know if you can force action with that timing, however. That's my one question mark here.
Yeah, I think the Huskar Oracle is just a bit too strong.
Oh, man.
A late jump onto the surge target. They're going to stampede as the relocate comes in. Quinn is not out 100%. There is still this smoke wrap that has been looking for a kill for a while. Oh, Quinn trying to hide behind the trees to relocate back now. Okay, now they kind of have numbers. Ace, Quinn, and TPN could win this for Gaimin Gladiators. BetBoom, though, if they strike quick enough. Oh,
that was a crazy
already
play.
Spoiled it. GPK, this is going to go bad now. Jumped in by Quinn. I think they thought the Huskar left. And instead, the Huskar was still here, and 2 supports joined them through TPs.
They definitely thought heroes had left that area. But you didn't see him anywhere on the map, and that is just free food.
That's why you never assume.
Now Quinn gets to lay into a tier 1. The Huskar dream here.
And 14-minute Wisdom Shrine. They could get that as well.
Why not? You have False Promise available.
Now, Watson is going to have a hard time holding his own Wisdom Shrine, so it's probably going to be a trade-off. Actually, Quinn's going to fight that.
One.
Kiritich's Unleash just wore out. This is really bad timing for that.
You have to give it up. Double Wisdom Shrine here.
Radiant's top tower.
Huskar is winning you a lot of map control right now. You get a deep ward out as well. Malady putting that behind the tier 2. They have a lot of vision in this top lane. 3 wards.
Yeah, they really doubled down on that.
You just got to farm now if you're BetBoom. Missed your opportunity to snowball this early game with some Chaos Knight, Roam, or Darkseer. Now you're just going to have to scale up the Lina and the Marcy. But that means a lot of time for Gaimin to make moves. Especially if this Huskar Oracle team up.
Next timing for BetBoom will be the double BKBs and pipe, I guess.
Yeah. It'll be a pretty good one. Maybe a little concerned about the Huskar and spend damage, but if you can kite that out or burst one at the start of the fight, things will look pretty good for you. You can always just dodge this game too. Just split the map with Darkseer shells and look for pickoffs. Never take the straight up team fight.
Yeah.
It's always an option.
Stampede still got hit by the LSA, but Quinn is able to close ranks and get the kill.
Reloading in on this.
Isn't super simple. Kiritich hops in and regrets that choice. He's just going to run away, leaving State behind. The false promise on a Huskar, just not a fight you can really take.
Every time that spell goes out this game, you are going to have to respect it. Basically have nothing to deal with it. Nothing to really find this Oracle either. That's a big problem for BetBoom. It's just first item blink for Malady. I mean, how is a team fight going to go down where Oracle dies first? It's pretty hard to see that happen. Maybe very late game when you have this Lina with, you know, blink, silver edge, whatever, honey in a backline, sure, but there's no real jump in this game, which means Gaimin holding formation with their front line, protecting the supports is super easy. That's the strength of their lineup. Plus this right here, fast little Aegis. Put it on the Huskar and let him cook. Haste Rune on top of it.
The Oracle having a blink dagger, he's going to have such an easy time being able to play this Oracle.
Yeah, there's no threat. No threat in this game at all.
Yeah, he could just chill out way in the back. His Huskar has an Aegis, so he can just let him burn the first life. Bide his time the entire way. They have pretty much 4 frontliners. Blade Mail, Crimson Guard is the build for Ace. He went the movement speed facet, so no boots. Straight auras.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Tofu. See, read the situation correctly. They're going to push forward.
Dire's top tower is
Almost
under attack.
catching the Marcy IO on that camp.
Let me run back into it.
They're still going to get him, yeah. A Bramble is going to land somewhere in here. Kiritich going to pop his BKB and fight Quinn, but he got bailed out by the false promise. And now, even through the BKB, Kiritich's life was in danger.
This combo's still so
Radiant's
strong.
bottom tower
It's been some time since we've seen it, but could absolutely be back in the meta with Oracle on the menu.
And they just do not have the damage.
No, not even close. I think they will never kill Huskar in this false promise this game. I think it's almost impossible.
Yeah, and if they're struggling to kill the Huskar, it means they're also struggling to kill the Sven.
That also means someone's probably dying. Like, you can just go to 0 HP in this false promise. You deal so much damage.
Yeah. By the time they hit their BKBs, you're going to be looking at a BKB on Quinn at this rate. Kiritich with no BKB, I think he's just going to die here.
It's a lot of spears.
Yeah, it's too many spears. Kiritich knows it too. Fortune's end on the Kataomi does manage to get a tether way into the base.
You're losing so much map control. That was a streak on that Marcy as well. And your mech just arrived on Kataomi, not in time here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Lots out here hunting solo. GPK? Oh, he's got him.
Amp damage will do that.
Wow. Caught him midway through his TP. Was able to get on top of him. Casually 4 shots him.
0-4 for GPK. They have not found much this game, only 4 kills. They are having a rough time dealing with a classic Gaimin Gladiators lineup. It looks like we're going to get another stomp here, Austin.
4 in a row.
Just what everybody wanted tonight.
Getting lucky.
What if we get 6 stomps? Would you email Gabe?
And say what?
Just say hi. I don't know. Say hi for me, at least. He doesn't respond to me anymore.
Did he ever?
No.
Stampede. Run them both over. BKB, so Kiritich can at least TP out. Katomi, though, be fortune's ended into a stomp, into burning to death.
Radiant are scanned.
What do you think the worst way to go in Dota 2 is? Because I feel like burning is one of the worst ways to go here.
I'd say Pudge eating you alive is up there.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good call. Finger of Death, it turns you inside out.
It's probably instantaneous, though.
Kill yourself on the Tormentor. You got
What?
Miro.
Oh,
What?
you're talking about the game.
Talking about Miro. Talking about him denying himself on Tormentor because he's not getting away from Watson. Go kill the Tormentor, though. Watson? No?
No, he wants to just farm. Push the lanes in.
That's a form of farming.
Control this game.
It's team farming.
I see. The better question also would have been not what's the worst way, because Dota's filled with terrible ways to die. The better question would have been what's the best way? What's the most peaceful way to die in the world of Dota 2?
Probably like being pierced by one of those rainbow impetuses from Enchantress. You just see a flash of rainbow.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
No. No, that's incorrect.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower.
What's the better one then? They're all going to be pretty violent.
Dying under nightmare. You're asleep. You'll never know.
What? You're having a nightmare though.
No, the spell's
Nightmares
just
can be
called.
worse than
it's just
reality.
called nightmare. Doesn't mean you're having them.
What in the? What are you saying? Whoa! What a stomp! Quinn not dead. Got off the false promise. He's going to turn a lot of damage, but it looks like BetBoom. They're still looking pretty good for this one. Is Quinn going to die? He's not dying. He's not dying.
Yeah, this is not a thing anymore.
GPK hitting the tree.
Or is
They're
it?
still going to go after him. Unleash is still up for Kiritich. Okay, they got him.
What a trap!
And Miro, well, he'll be run down by Watson. There's still another carry. That's one problem here. Kiritich no longer has a BKB, and Watson still has his and his God String. Triple kill for him. Watson Sven.
Heating up. Dealing the deeps. He has the 3-shot on the Lina. I mean, yeah, this Sven's a big problem in this
GG!
game. Yeah, that's it.
All
That's
over.
it.
It's all over. The wallet I found on the street. Yeah. All right. Oh, look, there's the, you see the mini? Oh, it went away.
Yeah, he did the line thing.
He did the line thing. Said, this is where we're going, boys. Ace drew a line.
I thought he was
Follow
just-
me into death.
I thought he was-
BetBoom is lurking on the high ground.
I thought he was kidding.
Which part? Who?
I thought he was just using it out of irony, you know?
No. Why? What?
Then my other thought was he's going to draw a dick with it, but he didn't do either of those.
Now that.
The
So now I'm
battle
just let down.
begins.
Fighting over the Rounty Runes.
What do you think about this Oracle steal? Like, BetBoom lose to it, they're like, all right, we're going to Oracle you now. And Gaimin are like, no, we're going to Lina you now. They just took each other's heroes.
Yeah, I think I'm more curious about GPK saying, dog, your Death Prophet sucked. I'm going to play the Death Prophet.
Who did he say that to?
The previous series.
Oh,
Whoever was playing it. I don't remember. Noob was playing it.
that's a slight for no reason, but sure, I get what you're putting down.
I'll be honest, all these games are blurring together.
Been a lot of stomps
It's
lately.
been a lot of 20, 30-minute stomps, so
Well-
I can't remember which order they happened in.
I'm gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be honest with you, Austin.
Yep.
And Austin with you, honest.
Honest Austin, that's what they call me.
Nobody calls you that.
That's what everybody calls me.
No, they kind of just call you asshole, but that's okay. I think this could be another stomp.
Which direction, though?
I think Oracle's going to win again.
I was inclined to believe that as well.
I don't think they have much for this Oracle DP. I guess you have a couple more gap close mechanisms with the Pango, Centaur, Stampede, Tusk. But Beastmaster, DP, Abaddon, that's such a strong tricore. It's just taking Roche, pushing, sustain. You have 2 saves between this Oracle and Abaddon to go into your Beast DP frontline. Shaman Ward to back that up. Shaman Wards, he took the chicken fingers. It just seems like a super straightforward draft to execute, right? As long as you don't get rolled in the lanes, you just push. You group up and push, and I don't think Gaimin have a lot of damage to throw into that sustain ball.
I mean, I kind of get it because of the saves, but Lina is lots of damage.
But she takes time to come online. Like, I think when you get deathballed, this hero feels a little weak. She needs that 3rd to 4th item territory. I don't know, man. I just think it's gonna happen, you know? I don't want it to.
I was in agreement with you, but it had nothing to do with draft. It had everything to do with just it's BetBoom. I just don't think that they're going to
Go down.
get 2-0'd by Gaimin Gladiators.
That's fair.
To be honest, I think they got Huskar in game 1, and they're going to be mad about it. They really don't want to lose to Quinn. First blood for the Oracles. The Oracles already got to a good start. Yeah.
We didn't get to hear the voice line, dude. It's a great voice line. It's one of the best.
Okay, go then reenact it for us.
No, that's not my job.
That's your problem. We're not stopping the cast to hear every first blood voice line.
You're lost, man. Water runes get traded out here, but it is GPK pulling ahead in mid, 15-8 to 13-3.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised Quinn did not opt for the double jump in this matchup. This is not an easy matchup.
Maybe he feels like he's not going to win it anyway. Rather take what he feels is better for the game.
That's fair.
But if you can't get... Okay, so if Gaimin can't get to the 2nd, 3rd item on the Pango Lina fast enough in this game, that's where I see them falling into trouble.
Yeah.
So those are the heroes I'm mainly looking at. If Ace has a rough time, whatever. I don't think his hero is that important for what Gaimin need to deal with, but the damage sources are, and you're pretty dependent on Lina Pango as your 2 damage sources here.
I mean, you do have to admit that, like, if the Pango gets going, they also have 2 supports that do pretty good damage. Though Malady going to be blocked in by his own shards. Whoops. Not sure how he managed that one, but...
Yeah, that shards was so bad that it saved him from Save's blood grenade.
Yeah.
He overthrew it.
Long zip away there from Quinn.
He's struggling now.
Yeah.
Level 3 in the Siphon. So hard to stay on this lane. GPK just pushing it in.
Yeah, he's got 2 more siphons, so he's going to freely dive.
There's no response to this. I don't think you can bring heroes here and kill him. Missed creeps for Quinn. He swashed for that.
He swashed, and now
Why did he do that? He's got stick.
Go for another one.
This is very close.
Get all the damage, then Crypt Storm for the final kill. Ooh, that wasn't even close.
TP Tofu to collect the waves, which means Watson goes down bottom. Ace is left alone top.
GPK is in trouble. Breaks the Spirit Siphon. Now he's out of siphons. I think he's dead. He's swashbuckled, killed. Oh, you gave a Quinn an out.
That's such a bad death.
Gets back in the game. Now Ace,
Dire's middle tower.
he's going to take some damage for this.
Such a bad death. I mean, you have a Centaur solo top is not going to get... I mean, he's basically giving free farm to Kiritich. Your Watson Lina is dying bottom. This beast is getting out of control. And you gave the Tofu teleport that kill on a Death Prophet who is out-leveling this Pango by a full level. Now gets to close that gap a little bit. Really painful death to give up. You were close to breaking this lane open.
Yep.
Still have Exo coming up, and you have this catapult mid product that lane going in. So still a pressure point on mid that BetBoom can take advantage
Ace
of.
is so close to Vanguard. He doesn't want to die right now. Oof. That is going to be the Vanguard delayed.
That's Tofu going mid to try and bail that lane out, right?
Yep.
And GBK 50-50s an Arcane going into this EXO.
That's pretty
What?
nice.
That's some crazy good RNG.
Well, Big Wave is pushing in. Tofu's going to try and hold it for Ace. That should be his Vanguard. He only needs 4 or 5 of these last hits. That being said, the Abaddon is not doing that good of a job in CS, so him and the lane are about time.
Radiant's
Oh, got the courier.
has been
Barely,
Just in time, yeah.
barely delivers that.
Our scan.
Here comes the Rolling Thunder.
Is he dead again?
Trapping GPK in the staircase. Oh, this could be bad. Chained up, stunned so many times. The
he's
Spirit
tanky.
Siphon is going to keep him alive.
Way too tanky.
Tofu locked down by the Fortune's End. Has Lotus. He's not going to bother using it here. Just too much damage.
That was a move threatening Wisdom Shrine. That's why Gaimin tried to cut him off. We'll win them, their Wisdom Shrine. So that's kind of big for them in a way. You didn't get to use this EXO yet. Still have that plus the Arcane Rune. I expect GBK to pop it. And if you're BetBoom, I mean, I'm going to the Death Prophet right now.
Did Miro think he was going to be level 6? He was making that dive? He's level
Yes,
6
Helm
now.
up.
So back to it with the help of Stay, but Tofu is behind him here. Silence first goes out. Now the snowball comes in. Watson still taking a lot of damage. They still need to help him out. LSA turn around. Laguna Blade and Watson with the Stampede will start getting away. The 2 supports are going to try and finish off this Beastmaster.
Dang.
Too much HP on that guy, though.
He's tanky.
Yeah,
Radiant's
Watson.
middle tower is under attack.
I do like the pickup of the LSA, though. It is really helping him out in these situations.
It's a nice value point. I'm surprised more people don't take it. That said, Arcane Rune EXO was popped mid, almost killed Quinn. He survives, but only to watch his tower take the brunt of it here.
Yeah.
Radiant's
That
middle
tower is
under attack.
in deny range.
Dire's bottom tower
He'll
is
leave it.
under attack.
Ping comes out. It's like, brother, don't be leaving that on the table now.
It's okay. Maybe they're just baiting Quinn in because Save's here now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Quinn will not take that bait, and the last hit will still go to
Radiant's middle
GPK.
tower
Exactly
has
what you
fallen.
want with this DP. Now your next move is bottom with this beast.
Yeah.
This is the new pressure point on the map. Gaimin did a decent job responding the first time, but there's going to be a second assault here. And you cannot feed away kills
Yeah.
and get backstabbed by this Death Prophet with a Beast Roar going in with a skeleton army created by this Troll Summoner.
Save. It's right behind him.
Radiant's
He's going to
top
set this
tower
up.
is
Blocking in
under
Tofu. Hex first. But if they blow up Save fast enough, this might be okay for Gaimin Gladiators, but they're going to need the Pango. They're getting run down. Laguna Blade goes out. Snowball pickup. GPK. Here comes the TP in for the Pango. It's a little bit late. GPK, damage? No! He stops him with the roar
another
before the
EXO.
Rolling Thunder goes off, and that's going to be another EXO, and they'll take over the lane, take over the tower.
I think Quinn has to just be there even before or right as that play starts so he can just roll into it.
Yep.
And that's the only way you have a chance. I'm not even sure you win that anyway. It might have been the better play to just abandon this and make your own play top or something like that. That Arcane Rune EXO was so damn good. You had another one up there.
Oh,
for
he's
that
just
fight.
going to run down Malady, too? Okay, nice dead shot. Katomi spots him, though.
Got the
Purifying
damage.
Flames isn't enough damage.
Is it another Arcane? What? Brother, what is this?
Oh, wow.
What is... Aren't the odds super low on that?
Yeah, aren't we supposed to go through the cycle mostly before you can get a repeat this early?
I don't remember the exact way it works, but I think it's like it's a reduced pseudo random on
Are
average. So
scanning.
for you to roll Arcane, Invis, Arcane, that has got to be like a 1 or 2% roll or less.
Purge, get on it.
I don't think
Get the
I
numbers
don't even
first.
remember the last time I saw that
Dire's top
happen.
tower
Yeah, but it's-
under
Is that supposed to happen?
I don't think so. But
What?
I'm not a mid laner, so I don't really concern myself with that thing.
Well, whatever
Oh,
the case.
stacks on stacks, man. They not only are they ahead this much, but they also have more gold sitting reserve here. That's nasty.
This lineup is just super fast, super well built. They all combine really nicely to take advantage of these ults, to back each other up on the objectives. Do not want to let them get out of control here. It will pop that arcane rune. He could exo off this arcane as well. I mean, this is just stupid good rune luck for a Death Prophet. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell, man?
I mean, this game was built for the Death Prophet. The drafts, the runes.
Dire are scanning.
This is the thing I don't like about Centaur. He needs 3 items before he's willing to leave his lane.
Can be a little slow sometimes.
And
He's
you feel like
smoking into this guy. Gets an amp damage. Can he live?
false promise. And as long as he gets some spirit siphons out, he's got a little bit more. I think he's going to heal too much. Yeah. Too much for him. Quinn is the one to die instead. Katomi, sick timing on the false promise.
I'm not gonna lie, these games feel like teams have just forgotten how to play into Oracle. We're in that beginning of the patch where this hero comes back on the meta and teams are like, yeah, we can just fight head up. No. Can never fight this hero by just going into his front line. And the only upside for Gaimin there is that GPK didn't get to use another exo off the Arcane Rune, but he got an amp damage, so the man apparently doesn't care.
He just does a Roshan at 13 minutes. With this lineup, this is not an amazing Roche taking lineup.
I mean, it's not bad with Exo.
It's not bad.
Exo Beast, Abaddon passive,
It's made
Shaman
a lot
wards.
better by like Ripper Splash.
But isn't this a really good Roche taking lineup?
I mean, it's no Ursa, TA, etc. kind of lineup.
Yeah, but you have Exo Beast, Aura, Summons, Abaddon passive, Shaman wards. Just retract your statement, Austin. It was
They
wrong.
didn't use Shaman wards. What
Exactly.
the f are you saying?
And they still
you're
did
the
it.
person who's like, context matters. Why would you operate under the context of what's currently happening inside the game? And it just says Shaman wards really good for taking this Roshan right now.
In general, they are. They are good in general.
Still waiting on Blink Dagger for Ace. It's almost here. It's almost here.
Radiant's top tower.
Does this
is under
Ripper's
attack.
Lash proc off of all the snakes?
Probably. Seems to proc off of everything else.
That's
So-
kind of nasty. They have double Ripper's Lash with all these summons, all the snakes. I never thought
Dire's
this
middle
works
tower
off of
is under
summons are
attack.
only heroes. Well, they added lore to that. Cool.
Flay.
Radiant's
Now that's
top
a bad
tower
way
is
to
under
go.
attack.
Getting flayed.
Why are you thinking about death so much, man?
Because I'm casting with you, man.
Okay, well,
Think about it.
PG stream.
A free game. Ace will be caught before he can complete his Crimson Guard or Blink Dagger, whichever one he wants. Either one, it will be delayed.
Petrified, silenced, shackled, brought down off of another power wounded Death Prophet with another Exo coming up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's the Rost Awards.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Quinn's going to try and hold this tower.
Wow, they abandoned that real quick.
It's left behind. Bigger fish to fry. I suppose they have an ancient stack to take away from Gaimin Gladiators.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No glyph. Could Exo this if you want. Would be your last level 1 Exo.
Radiant's
And he'll
top
take it.
tower is under attack.
Look at that Centaur Ghost.
Dire's bottom tower is
Spooky.
under attack.
It's glitching out.
Radiant's top tower
All right,
is falling.
first tier 2 at 15 minutes. Man, this is a blistering fast pace that BetBoom has brought to this game.
Stupid Ghost, dude. He's hanging something there. Wow. This is definitely one of those things that Valve just could have coded and they're like, fuck it. I'm not going to code this shit. Just put the model in there, substitute it in.
Put the model in the ult. Bursting down Tofu. Maldi's probably going to be up next. They are in a corridor here, but there is a Primal Roar. Still no stomp on 2. This is not looking so bad. GPK is going to be bailed out by the False Promise once again, and he's getting Spirit Siphons. He's getting heals. He's getting everything. He's full health.
Can you catch? Gaimin might be able to get out of here.
They can hit all these Rolling Thunders, but they just cannot seem to do enough damage to burst through more than just one hero at a time.
I mean, if you're not keeping the Oracle in check, which is hard to do because the Abaddon can bail the Oracle out, which can then bail the Death Prophet out, which then resets all this damage. Quinn just falling farther and farther behind here. He's getting the treatment that GPK got last game.
Well, Malady did get that Sentry Ward. And saves like, great, this is a great spot to drop Serpent Wards. There it goes. The wards do indeed use the Flay ability.
That's a lot of extra damage.
Yeah, it is.
I like that. Is it called? That is called Flay, huh?
Just made it up.
Well, I thought it had like a lore name, you know, like Ripper's Flay or something.
This is going to be one of those games where Gaimin Gladiators are just going to have to play to split the map while they get picked off every once in a while, like Ace is doing so now. Ace has now decided it's not Crimson Guard or Blink Dagger, it's Lotus Orb that will fix this game.
It's prayer that will fix this game. You need
Miracle.
Miracle. Someone say miracle?
All the Nigma fans have already left.
Yeah, they had their fun earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Another tier 2 gonna go down without a fight. Thunderhide doing the work this time. Look at him go. I never understood, what does this thing spit, by the way? Like, what is its attacking? Is it thunder?
Yeah, he's spitting thunder.
Oh, this is the unit from... Okay, I know what this is. Yeah.
Would you care to share with the class, or you just...
You remember the bonus campaign in Warcraft 3?
Yeah.
Where he plays Rexar?
Rexar, yeah.
And like the Untamed Lambs or whatever?
Yeah.
And there's that one part of the map on one of the levels where you have to go into the Thunderhide
they
Valley.
shoot lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, good job, Ops.
Whoa, they're not connected to those whatsoever, of course.
It's probably in the same genus.
Yeah, right.
Why did I never make that connection? Am I dumb?
Oh, if you're dumb, brother, then I don't know what that makes me. Ace? Not even going to be able to get off the Stampede.
Jesus. Evaporated by the Thunderhide. That was not Rexar the campaign. That was his cousin. It didn't do too well.
Yeah.
That was a fun bonus campaign. I really enjoyed playing that. Definitely hitting some nostalgia buttons for some people out there. And, you know, people will say, why is he talking about that? Why is he talking about that in the Dota game? I'll tell you why. Because that campaign was way more entertaining than the last 5 games we've had tonight. I don't know what has happened. We are just in Stomp City.
Yeah, it's got a little rough out here.
And I told you this game was going to be a Stomp too. You didn't believe me.
No, I did.
You were like, I have hope. I can see Gaimin fight back. They have some damage with Galena. Where's your damage now? Where is your god now, Austin? Nowhere. He has abandoned you. He's abandoned you to whatever hell we're in.
Why, God?
Whatever Stomp layer of hell we're in, where it's just completely one-sided game after one-sided game, single-digit kill totals, 3K damage Ursas.
Hey, at least we're gonna get a game 3. That's
honestly, can we like just say it's a draw? You both get half a point for the series. Let's not play the game 3. You know? It's not gone too hot. Let's save us all the torment.
Let's just spare the players and teams the humiliation, because whoever's going to lose the game is going to lose it bad.
Another tower down without a fight.
Going after GPK, but he's got a haste rune, he's got a BKB, he's got a lot of things.
Yep.
That make him untouchable. He's going to work towards an Aghanim Scepter. Kiritich has a Manta coming in pretty soon. And where's our old buddy Dixar, the cousin of Rexar? He's home of the Overlord, Drum of Endurance, Blink Dagger.
Dixar?
Like Dick, like Richard.
I'm lost. I'm not going to lie. I'm completely lost.
4 to 15, 11,000 net worth lead for Bibbidi Bobbidi.
Well, you're losing it, clearly. I will say, give credit where credit's due. I think BetBoom just outdrafted him. And this draft is nice, man. It's just a pretty lineup. So much synergy. They got the Oracle.
Hey, if the Oracle is dead,
You can do something.
you can do something. Are they going to look
30
for more?
seconds.
Try and force some more action around the map?
Still have Ace Smoke, but he has no blink, so
Yeah,
he will double edge camp.
he's got a Lotus Sword. So. So now he can reflect the Spirit Siphon.
Honestly, I think it's more about bailing out somebody who gets hit by, like bailing out the Pango who's getting silenced.
I mean, it does feel like their only option in these fights is Rolling Thunder. It hits the Oracle and the Death Prophet, and it bounces between them, and then you have a Lotus to bounce back the Primal Roar.
And then Kiritich just doesn't press shield.
And Kiritich is on the other side of the map for some reason.
So you want to find some isolated targets right now. Versus...
I mean, that's what Lena is good at anyway.
I mean, I agree. I'm just saying it's not easy when this lineup is designed to group ball, take objectives so fast that you don't really get punished elsewhere.
Yeah, speaking of that, Roshan's up.
I mean, I'm doing that instantly if I'm BetBoom here. Wait, you should want to waste no time clearing 2 objectives this game. And just push the high ground with an Exo at some point.
I think GPK wants to wait for another Arcane Rune.
That would make sense, actually. Nope, they're going to Roche. I guess they know what the rune is, so he says, I don't need to wait for it. It's not going to be an Arcane.
That is true, yeah.
Look at that. He doesn't drop the wards again. Maybe saving them for the high ground push.
He's also almost level 12.
True.
Be ashamed to drop measly level 1 wards.
You just on the Death Prophet? And it was an Arcane. He didn't Exo, though. So.
That's true. There's the Lotus. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter if you stun Miro if you're still stunned yourself. Slow, painful death.
Man, everybody showed up for that one, huh?
Yeah,
They all wanted a piece of Dixar.
No, that's the Beastmaster.
Oh.
You have to come up with a different name for Centaur. So not Brad Warden, but Chad Warden, maybe.
Wait, does Beastmaster have a name in the world of Dota? I mean, it can't be Rexar, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
What is it?
I don't know, man. That's Slash.
Is it actually Dixar?
It probably is now.
Are you looking up the lore?
Karach.
Karach
was born a child of the Stalks. His mother died in childbirth. His father, a farrier for the last king of Slom, was trampled to death when he was 5.
Okay, well.
After Karach was indentured to the king's menagerie, where he grew up among all the beasts of the royal court. Lions, apes, fell deer, and things less known, things barely believed in. The lad was 7, and Explorer brought in a beast like none before seen. Anyway, it goes on from there.
So this guy's name is Crotch, and his dad was killed. He was trampled to death. Presumably by
a little on the nose.
A rhinoceros ball sack or something. Yeah, that's some classic Valve lore for you right there. Makes sense to me. Adds up.
It's really fucked up for his mother to name him that like that. Oh, man. And there goes one of his beasts. Oh, no. Karach is going to have his revenge for that one. I'll tell you that. Here it comes.
I mean, Quinn is getting the hell out of that fight.
He doesn't want none of that.
He wants none of that at all.
Ooh.
Malady also trying to book it here. Getting chased down by an Oracle. That's how you know the game's rough. When the 5 position save hero is chasing you down across the map. Like some horror movie.
The Oracle, he's coming.
I know your fate. It's in one of my jars.
Can't escape.
Radiant's top tower
Let me save you from this game. We can all go next. Please, God, let the push through. Let it work. Look how many ghosts he has.
There's so many ghosts.
30 centaurs in that thing. It's just ace death.
It's a stampede of centaurs.
Oh, he lotused it.
Bounce back on Amiro. Malady, he'll roll in. Snowball trying to help alongside, but this Watson Lina is still stuck. Managed to force staff his way out of there. Turns around, throws out a Laguna blade, and there's another centaur ghost for GPK.
The ghost army grows.
One more to join the herd.
God, the ghost herd on the ghost plains. Didn't Johnny Cash write a song about this or something? Like, why he's just been harvesting centaurs the whole game. They got the tower, and all it cost them was BKB and an Abaddon. Gaimin got nothing in all of that. Roach done. Maybe that's some more DPS here. Granite Golem definitely helps.
I'm getting some like weird Death Prophet crossover to it. You know, we all float down here with all the ghosts.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Or read it.
yeah, I've seen and read it.
We all float down here. That's one of the things the clown says.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with Death Prop?
It has with all the ghosts floating around.
I'm not. Whatever. You
What
got
do you
half
ever-
a point.
I join you on your weird shit that you say.
Mine makes sense.
No, they don't. Alien guy.
That's a real story. Respect it. He might save us one day. And who will be laughing? And you know what? I hope that guy's communication skills are better than yours, because if not, we're all screwed. That's all I'm going to say.
Level 18 Lina. The Revenant's Brooch.
Dire
And it
are
has some
scanning.
damage. They can just get past this goddamn Oracle.
I mean, they're trying to get GPK to 18, but unfortunately, he just has to settle for Aegis regenerating him up plus another amp damage rune. With the golem behind him, and he will exo this. Doesn't want the Rax top, he wants another tier 3.
The wards are going to drop pretty quickly against Alina. And a Muerta.
Kiritich is poking top. It's a two-pronged attack right here.
Okay.
Can Gaimin take
Bounce
advantage
on
of
2. GPK gets a Spirit Siphon on Watson.
Oh.
Miro tried to go after him. Fakes out the False Promise immediately going to be used to try and bail out Miro here, the Photic Shield rather. But that leaves GPK in trouble. Oh my God.
How did he get that off?
38 HP.
What?
And he got off the False Promise. That was crazy.
That was absolutely sick.
Kataomi's got some timing, man. Immediately smoke out from Gaimin Gladiators. They're gonna they do not want to wait for this False Promise to come back up.
I mean, they can get a fight without Exo.
They still have Rolling Thunder too.
Yeah, Abaddon is out of mana. Not a bad time to look for something aggressive if you can find the initiation.
Radiant are scanning.
Another power rune spawns top. Oracle knows it's there, but he's not taking it. He's getting smoked on.
Oh, the smoke breaks on him. They have to go after this Oracle. They have to just take the kill. Take what they can get.
I mean, BetBoom are okay with that. All their cooldowns reset. There's no Roche to grab. Let's see this again. Fate's Edict the Beast to get him out, and then you gotta press
He
that
got
while
him
he's in the
mid-air,
air. Yeah, that's
too,
tough.
yeah.
He had to have clicked his profile at the top,
Well played.
which is not always muscle memory, you know?
Yeah. Oh no, that line. You will die in a house fire.
Yeah, Valve were feeling very direct that day.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Somebody had a bad day at work.
Who do you think he's talking to?
Well, presumably somebody who lives in a house.
Very astute.
Might also play with matches every now and then.
Yeah, like Lena. Mass smoke gank coming through the portal. I'm going to sweep through this bottom part of the map that Radiant is oh so fond of farming.
They have level 18 plus that Ags on GPK, so the Exo power has gone up a lot. Didn't get as many Centaur ghosts as he would have liked during this period, though. So the herd has been thinned down.
Just laugh at your own. Lotus Orb put it on to Quinn. Helps him hop out of there. Kiritich almost got trapped in his own wards there. Rolling Thunder used defensively, but BKB was used by Kiritich, so it's kind of a trade-off.
He's trying to bait Quinn in. The rest of the team was waiting.
And they immediately smoke up again.
I mean, this is a good time to smoke, though. You don't have Rolling Thunder.
Yeah,
that feels like
they used
all of your team
wards
fight.
in BKB. Like,
yeah, I don't think his habit on BKB is that impressive. Maybe Gaimin feels that BetBoom are going to split up a little bit, and they're going to get a pick off on this power rune again. They got it last time.
yeah, but you're going after the ban this time around.
Oh, it's the bait.
I wish them the best of luck with this. They're going to push him back in. Okay, they've got him.
No blink. It was on
And
long
he
cooldown.
run him down. There's the false promise. Kataomi TP'd mid, blinks out, gets the save in time.
Well, that is unfortunate. There's a cool idea, though. They've done this play twice now, smoking to the power rune. This was actually a play Puppy used to do all the time to come back in games.
Yeah.
No Rolling Thunder to contest this for 10 seconds.
Malady trying to get some information in there. Is he really going to go for a snowball? Okay, he actually got roared up. That's not too bad for Gaimin Gladiators. A roar being used like that, but then again, they got a refresher on Miro, so he could just refresh if he wants to. Or another one down. That is going to be Aegis, Refresher Shard, Cheese.
Cheese in an Oracle lineup, always super juicy.
Another smoke from Gaimin Gladiators. Just smoke, 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 smoke.
I mean, you cannot jump the
But,
attack.
oh no, he's got his borrowed time back up. You can't really go for Kiritich
They're trying
here.
to bait them in. They're looking for the back line.
Rolling Thunder, it's going to hit on GPK, but a Hex went out on the Lena. Oh, save, stop the jump now with the Lotus. Watson, he's trying to fight it out against GPK. He just doesn't seem to have
They got
quite
him.
Okay, they did manage to get him. Where's the Oracle?
Getting zone.
Kataomi
Out of
doesn't have
mana.
false promise yet. Still a little bit of time on that one. Watson put in the corner. He's fighting it out with his Lotus, but still this time around on the second life, he will end up going down. Kiritich dies. GPK now hunts for Quinn. Miro eats the cheese just in case.
Honestly, that was a pretty well-played fight from Gaimin. There's just too many lives to get through. You took down DP Aegis, you took down the Abaddon through the borrow time. They all got mana drained. It was a big problem. The Abaddon did not have mana to pop Refresher Shard to get another ult. The Oracle had no mana for False Promise.
Dire's top
Diffusal
tower
did
is
some
under
work there.
attack.
Fortunately, like I said, you're up against 7-8 lives in that fight. Eventually you get worn through. Now Shiva's done for GPK as he hits level 20.
I mean, one of the upsides about this as well is they got the Exorcism to be used, so
Outside the base, yeah. That's a win.
yeah, maybe BetBoom aren't going to be as efficient as taking buildings here.
I mean, Watson did some work on this high ground position. Chunking through some heroes. I kind of like the idea there to go on, fake go on the Abaddon to bait out BetBoom coming down the lane and then go on the back line.
Yeah.
Gaimin really have had some nice moves from being down so much. It's hard to get those to convert.
Trying to hold the buildings.
Radiant's middle barracks.
They will fall. Get the banner, get the wards, decent amount of gold, but still it is BetBoom with a one-lane advantage now.
Gaimin holding on. They are finding a lot of farm on Tofu, which should be mentioned. You went the Shadow Blade. Looking at Hurricane Pike, this Mortha could be some extra scale.
Why didn't he not go Aghanim Scepter, though? A long-range disable AoE that can hit the Oracle?
I think they need more damage. Like, their issue isn't stunning people, it's how do you kill people in this game.
Well, it doesn't matter how much damage you have if Oracle gets a false promise.
I think he's going to get it off no matter what. I don't think you can prevent it this game.
That's what a pessimist would say.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what a realist would say. You ever think about it like that?
Tofu going to do a little scouting with this Shadow Blade. But unfortunately for him, BetBoom are all very disciplined and set up on a high ground.
I mean, they just got such big items right now. Shiva's on DP plus AC on Beast. 2 big armor items for this next fight. You have that Aeon Disc on the Oracle to bail Kataomi out if he gets jumped somehow. And you still have this Refresher Shard on Kiritich. He doesn't get 2 mana burn. Exo available. Pop it here and just go. And he will.
Stop. Ooh, that is an initiation a little bit whiffed there. As BetBoom reacts really nicely to it. Stampede's going to be used, and Ace didn't even get back to the fountain in time. Now the stun, Snowball pick up on Watson. He pops his BKB. He's able to back away, starts throwing some damage at Kiritich. Kiritich blinking forward through his borrowed time. Refresh, so he'll have another one here. Will be able to blink backwards when he's ready. There he goes. Second lane of Barracks falls. Radavetos, Kiritich, you're still going to chase after him with a buyback from Ace. They might just have a chance of catching him. The Ace in trouble. Picked up by the Snowball. Rest of the team is pushing forward, but the Exorcism is tearing them apart. They're both going to be right on top of the Death Prophet. You're trying to go for the Death Prophet. False Promise goes out, though. And now the Lina stuck in shackles. No way out. Saved midway through the fight. Taunting Gaimin Gladiators as he knows that this fight is already won.
So many lives, man. It's so hard to get through all of the sustain. Especially if the Lina goes down. I mean, he's so much of your damage.
Is under attack.
You're just so far behind. One more lane to get Megas in this game. Probably means you're going to wait for that Exo one more time, get another power rune, amp damage in the bottom river. Why not? Got the dragon.
Yeah, they haven't killed too many heroes, but they've killed a number of those Home of the Overlord creeps.
This next push is a game ender. If you can't eke it out here, you have buybacks to work with.
The Croaker.
Yeah, you have a couple buybacks here, namely that Pangos.
Here comes the big bad Croaker.
Oh boy, he's thick.
Congregations of the Deep. Rolling Thunder to start things off.
Dude, what is that stun animation?
Snowball out after Kataomi. They'll be able to chase away Kataomi at the cost of Malady's life, but nobody's in danger. So Kataomi's like, okay. Takes the kill on Malady. Now he runs back in to help out his team, who still doesn't really need him. And at this rate, they're just going to lose to Megas, potentially. Even if they can win a fight. Go after him, but false promise. Midway through. Oh, wait. It was used on Kiritich.
What?
The wrong person. He clicked the wrong portrait at the top.
Oh, no. What? It goes horribly wrong.
Oh, all it took was Kataomi whiffing the false promise there. The Eon Disc does not save him. They'll run him down as well. Okay, somehow, some way, Gaimin Gladiators are gifted a reprieve.
They get it done. Nullifier on Quinn was a huge deal there. Being able to dispel a lot of these buffs. But ultimately, yeah, you get the false promise on the DP there. That's a very different fight. Gaimin have to use the Tusk buy, but that's it. Don't get Mega'd. A brutal misclick here. And how much could it mean? I mean, there's still a lot of scale for Gaimin in the tank if they can get there.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like if they can stall this game out long enough, maybe they can make a comeback. I don't know. It's still difficult because there's so many of the heroes are kind of burst oriented. I mean, he really thought Kiritich was going to be in trouble? No way. That was definitely a misclick.
So what I think happened is he tried to click the hero and where the hero was in the air
Yeah, it was next
was
to
overlapping
the
the Abaddon.
Yeah, because of the Z axis from the punch.
You should just always click portrait there, but a lot of times it is not the muscle memory thing. You have to like go in lobby and train that like 100 times. Could have misclicked the portrait as well. It's always possible.
I mean, either way. Misclick one way or the other, it doesn't really matter. The outcome is still the same.
Well, one of them's worse and more embarrassing. So let's ask him in the interview which it was, if they win.
If they win.
If they lose, somebody reach out in Twitter DMs. Figure that out for us. Pretend you're a reporter.
DK DMs. Pretend you're a reporter.
It always works.
3 Pyrrhic Cloaks, huh?
Some damage reflection.
That sounds about right. Look, imagine they just all blink on the Lina and Pyrrhic Cloak her. Like, what do you even do?
Radiant
BKB.
are scanning.
I guess so.
And then 3 of your neutral items go down the drain.
What if she didn't BKB?
What if he just did nothing?
What if you just... I mean, you could Primal Roar.
What if
any of the damage the Gaimin Gladiators try to do?
What if he just turned his brain off and lost?
That's a good question. We'd have an interesting game on our hands.
Blood right for Quinn. Extra AoE on this Pango. That's kind of cool. And a bunch of hammers and Outworld Staves. GG, we're seeing a lot of Outworld Staves. People do value this item. Makes sense. It's like a little phase shift.
10-man smoke. It breaks a little bit.
That's
Rolling Thunder. Quinn threatening it.
It's a shield rune Death Prophet.
GPK daring him. Go ahead. Just try me.
Smoke is wrapping though.
This does gift Gaimin Gladiators the high ground.
I don't know if you want to go up that
They
high
know
ground.
this wrap has happened all the way around to the side here. BetBoom are going to get up to even ground with them. Get the jump onto the Pango. They didn't expect this one all the way over from the side. Nice save from the Snowball, though. Gives Quinn a chance to get it off. Lotus Orb bounces back the Primal Roar, but he's still stuck, and he's still probably going to die. GPK comes in. Spirit Siphon, Exorcism. Both Ace and Watson are being handled right now. He tries to cart them away, but nah. The Death Prophet collects. She will reap the reward, get all the ghosts.
That's it.
No buybacks from Gaimin Gladiators, and we're on to a game 3.
That is what we want to see. A 6th stomp in a row coming up. At least this game went 40 minutes. And there was like some hopium of a comeback.
Past 3 games.
Don't say that. You never know.
On one side, we have Pango, which Twitch chat called Resident Sleeper.
Lol. Fake hero.
On the other side, we have a Troll, which Twitch chat responded with a mix of Pog and what the fuck?
Oh.
Why did they pick Troll?
Because they want to get out of here quickly. I have zero faith in this hero, I'm not gonna lie. I used to have faith in it.
Yeah, when you're a younger man, full of hope.
Doesn't win, dude. As much as I think this hero always has a place, I kind of only believe in the Yatoro troll. I've not seen anybody else make it work. The skill ceiling is just so high. You really cannot mess up when you ult in a fight. I will say Magnus helps this hero a lot. So I'm a bit more optimistic on what Kirikic can do because you get Empower that helps you farm a bit more.
Yeah.
You get entryways into the fight with Skewer, right? Yeah. Just skewer someone in the troll ult him. Pretty good recipe for success.
Sure, sure.
Or if the troll's the first one in the fight, the mag can bail you out with the RP. So this combo is strong. It's always been strong. So it's not just the troll on that. I kind of believe in that part of it more. That said, I do favor Gaimin's lineup. I think they kind of went back to what the first 2 games won off of, which is some sustain, some push, and heroes that just group up, ball up, do objectives really well, and create this 5-man punch that's really strong. And I'm a bit concerned for the Bane Shaman going into that, right? You have the team fight power, the big impact spells to combat all this AoE that Gaimin have. Gyro, Treant, Ringmaster, Pango. It's a lot. You have BKB control with the Beastmaster, so you're not afraid of getting 1v5'd by ultimate troll carry too much. It's going to be a scary mid game for BetBoom to get through.
Troll is going to be really nice for the lane, at least, against the Beastmaster. So we'll have that to work with.
Yeah, their lanes are not bad at all.
Dream Protector gonna get run down here. Malady caught in the river trying to meet the creep wave or what?
Yeah, I was trying to mess with the pull at least, but not where the Treant Protector thrives, I must say.
No.
Rather play on that tree line. Just take the 2-on-1, zone the mag.
It did seem like the lane was going very well before that.
This is a really strong lane, Gyro Tree. I mean, Treant with any range carries, pretty tough to contest.
Yeah, the mag has 2 CS. Shadow Shaman has 1.
Which is why they were pulling it in the first place, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to dodge this lane entirely.
Radiant's courier has been
Oh,
killed.
lost his courier with Bracer on it. That's pretty massive.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Where did the Bane come from, do you think? Just an answer to Pango?
Yeah, pretty much. See Pango, pick a 5 that can threaten him in the fight, so you have something for Rolling Thunders.
Yeah, because Gaimin Gladiators took Beastmaster, so that's the other point-and-click ultimate that deals with Pango really well. Mally skewered back into the tower, but able to keep himself alive, in part because Watson bailed him out. Big creep wave pushing in.
A lot of net worth to collect here, including that flag bearer.
Runs down Tofu. Tofu got low before, managed to survive this time around. Not so lucky.
This is where BetBoom can pull ahead in the lanes. You have Troll, Bane. The Shaman mag lane's kind of a wash, but you have the Lina mid versus the Pango, which is gotta be pretty favorite here for GPK, and he's putting in some work in the regen department.
Yeah, Quinn this time around did take the double jump. Doesn't want to have, I guess, another lane against a ranged hero that goes really, really badly.
But that Lina's 0% win rate, man. This is another hero that has struggled in the new patch, despite
Is she
being played
actually?
more.
0%?
That's what the panel said. Wow. I swear I saw it win once or twice, though.
There were definitely some games where she got strong. But
No, Watson
I guess
definitely won with this hero. Maybe they mean group stage 2.
yeah, maybe.
I don't know. We'll get back to that stat. Maybe I just made it up.
That sounds like you. Make up something so you can attack it. Need the water runes. You can already see supports are rotating in to try and help secure them for either side.
You can dagger the Bane. You can whip the Bane. But the Bane don't care.
Bane just brain sap. But what happens if you turn off your brain before brain sap?
What happens if Silencer brain drains you so much you have no brain to sap? These are the lore questions that need answers. I guess you pick Troll. That's...
There you go.
I like how they named his facet Bad Influence. Valve knows.
Radiant
You know.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, what is this? The battle trans grants allied heroes 50% of the attack speed bonus. I guess Lina takes advantage of that pretty nicely. I guess so does Mag. He does some okay right clicking too.
If only they had the sniper. The classic Troll sniper lineup.
Right. Yeah, that everybody.
Everybody loved that patch.
That was a good patch.
That was actually one of my favorite patches. I really had fun with that one.
Skewer back. Miro catches Malady again. Malady's just not being careful with this at all.
He is giving it to him, yeah.
He just keeps on trying to right-click this Magnus, and he's just one shockwave skewer away from death.
I mean, you can't really play this lane this far up with the tree. There's no tree line to run at. You don't have boots yet. You're just food when you go up that far.
Got the level 6 early. GPK puts Quinn on 20 HP. He was perfectly fine, plenty of stick charges and stuff, but the important part is kick him out of lane for hopefully securing the power rune that's coming in. No Oracle to tell you where the rune's going to be this time around, but BetBoom have made it so that it probably doesn't matter. They've got 2 supports. They're going to pick off Malady. Nightmare back into Shackles. That is a very dead Treant.
Sleepwalked into the tongue.
Did mean that Tofu snuck in and got the Arcane Rune. So, keeping the Arcane Rune away from Lina
Dire's
is
middle tower is under attack.
almost worth it.
Minor victory. Very minor victory. But something.
Dire
Still,
are
it's
scanning.
Quinn suffering in this early game. I mean, he had the worst lane matchup. Didn't die, which is a victory in itself here. Maybe he can make a rotation with this Rolling Thunder to one of the side lanes, get some momentum going. He's looking top, looking for the 7-minute Wisdom Shrine as well, potentially. Not a lot to disrupt the Rolling Thunder at this point in the game.
This is a slow move without boots. So he better hope it works.
It's kind of
It's going to pop out. Nero.
He
Quinn.
commits, he'll get it.
Okay.
Watson there is enough. Already has the call down up.
I mean, even better if you don't even have to use your ultimate to get the Wisdom Shrine. So double Wisdom Shrine for Gaimin Gladiators.
Dire's middle tower
Despite
is under
losing the
attack.
laning phase, despite them should be at a disadvantage, they just outmaneuvered BetBoom.
It's not often you see the team that wins lanes lose the Wisdom Shrine.
Well, he's not surviving this time around.
Yeah, that's too much to ask for. Nice rotation from Save. Planted that ward earlier, never got de-warded. A lot of sentries around mid too. BetBoom really prioritizing shutting Quinn down
Dire's middle tower is
and
under
snowballing
attack.
this Lina.
I love that Save sneaks around to the other side, seeing if support is going to come in and, like, you know, try and take the wave that's pushed in, try and help against this tower damage that's happening.
They're going to bank on the power rune. 50-50. Unlucky.
Ends up being top, a regen rune for Quinn. Much needed rune at this point.
You know what they say though, Austin? Win lanes with Magnus. Win game with
Radiant's
Magnus.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, you've been on this one before. The idea, if I recall, being that Magnus helps you farm efficiently so well that if you get out of lanes in a good spot, you're pretty well favored.
This isn't my quote for the record. Much wiser man than me said this.
It wasn't. GPK gonna be run down. Whipped. Rolling Thunder, another hit, but he's got a little bit of heal with the healing salve. Okay, he just managed to finish him off with a swashbuckle, but it leaves Quinn low. He picks up the kill on Save on his way out.
This Goomba stomped his ass.
He did.
Tower is under attack.
And gifted a heal from the Treant Protector, so he actually is able to stay in lane still.
Now he had the regen the whole time.
Is under attack.
That also helps
Oh, yeah.
tremendously. It cost him nothing. I feel like this is what we've seen from the Linas a lot. It's just hard to protect this hero when the fight comes.
Yeah.
And then once you get on him, he's so much easier to kill than a lot of other mids. Particularly from last patch. Like all these tanky Ember Storms with mobility and shields and abuse the power runes really, really well. This hero doesn't use the runes really well. Doesn't have mobility spell, doesn't have a defensive spell early. He's just a farmer and a
Dire's middle
scaler.
tower is under
So you can get on
attack.
top of him in the early game. He just melts.
Hero skewering into the rotation from saving Kiritich. That was a nice move.
Oh, yeah. Not expecting that troll up there.
2 supports from Gaimin Gladiators get here too late.
And the nice thing about this move is you can empower him. You can go back through the gate and power it. That's level 4 empower.
That's true, yeah.
Super efficient for Kiritich.
Here, I guess, was trying to pull the next wave.
Oh, Quinn. It's going down. Missed uphill.
Living Armor helps him out here, and Rolling Thunder before Save can catch him now.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
oh no. Not like this.
Is that pull?
Not like this.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you saw his reaction. He knows what he's done.
Top tower is under attack.
Not his finest moment.
No. No, it wasn't. Watson is going to get revenge for him. That gyrocopter is mighty fast when he catches you in the river with an afterburner.
Radiant are scanning.
That means the mid tower is going to fall.
Dire's
Rough
middle
stuff.
tower is
Catapult's
under
still
attack.
alive. GPK will just run it down, and yeah, no deny. For Tofu, close, but no cigar. That'll be the Maelstrom done for GPK, so his scale's gonna ramp up here. His farming speed. This troll is top dog. He is really fat. Is that Battle Fury done? It is. God damn, that's an 11-minute Battle Fury.
Do you think there is ever a time, like, would you ever consider not going Battle Fury and going the Maelstrom build if you have a Magnus? If you already have?
I think it's viable, yeah. I think you would do it if it's still the Gleipnir patch, but
yeah,
Gleipnir got nerfed. You can go to Mjolnir on this hero. It's still quite good. And it's kind of tempting with the armor, like the living armor and all that.
Yeah.
You could go a Mjolnir Manta build here for the overgrowth. I think it'd be pretty solid. I feel like you can even go Scotty on this hero now. Especially when you have Empower to take advantage of the extra stats.
Sure, yeah.
And you're versus Gyro. That sounds kind of juicy to me. But more standard build-up is probably more reliable here. BKB, Ags, whatever you want.
Catching Katomi. A good kill to get because stopping this Bane from getting level 6. Quinn, oh no, he just knocked him out of the wheel. He commits and gets the kill, but now he's right in front of Alina with enhanced damage. This is a bad place to be. He's going to die for that. Katomi immediately tips him.
I think he even could have lived there with the sleep save. That hit really bailed him out of that situation.
It did.
Another small play for Quinn that just does not go his way. And this is really nice for BetBoom because they're just continuing to build a lead with this Magnus lineup that's going to scale tremendously. Ags for Kiritich as well, by the way. This Dispel gets rid of the box, right?
Oh, yeah.
Gets rid of the overgrowth. Gets rid of living armor. In theory, there's a lot to Dispel here. Gives this troll some sneaky value.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
I mean, I'm assuming it works on the box.
Yeah.
Don't know why it wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's just dispellable, so why not? Well, this is looking like a game where Watson and Ace are going to have to take charge here. Because I think the Quinn Pango, he's already been shut down, and he's too heavily countered.
I would agree. It's going to have to be some momentum built off the Beastmaster's timings, and then Gyro joining those to look for the fight. Helm of the Overlord can be strong in this game. There's not a lot BetBoom want to throw into that creep early on in a fight. Particularly if you get a good one.
Oh,
Almost caught you.
Pushing on out of there. Blink Dagger up for Miro.
Gaimin are still looking at this mid-tier 1. Really want to swing the beast behind this tower, get a fight out of it with Gyro connecting.
Yeah, he doesn't have his Helm of the Overlord quite yet. If they really want to make it safe, I think you probably wait for that.
Did defend top against the wards dropped by save. So bought some time there.
They can prolong that, and it'll give that living armor maxed out a bit more value.
Yep, Malady just sitting up here, exactly where you want to be. Defend this tower, you maybe get a fight out of that with Overgrowth in a good position. BetBoom, not interested in going there. They're going to look for somebody in the jungle, and they're going to find the beast. That's a great find.
Skewer him over the cliff into the tier 2. Kill him and his little doggy too.
Whew. It's like the opening of John Wick.
Gaimin Gladiators really just doesn't seem to be finding much headway here. Most of their moves not getting good openings. Meanwhile, BetBoom, every move that they've made has worked out very efficient. Feels like they're just getting a better read of what Gaimin Gladiators is up to.
They just shut the Pango down, right? And that's a lot of your early momentum. Sure. The other options were rotating this Gyro to the beast lane, but BetBoom made that move first with the troll. And then, because the troll's so farmed, he's just clearing through the jungle. You have one ward on the bottom edge of the map for Gaimin that could scout this troll for you to go there and kill, but Ace has not been playing down there in that area. And you kind of have to go where he wants to go at this point. That Helm of the Overlord is done. He got a golem creep.
Katomi spots Watson. Probably knows the Treant Protector's here too, so.
You might be screwed here.
Yeah, Watson. Hit him with the Blood Grenade, now drop the ult. Melody's gonna wake him up from the nightmare, so Watson can deliver the killing blow.
Gyro is still really strong in a fight. Breaks out in this early game.
Yeah, it does feel like Watson's gonna have to be the X factor in that regard.
Well, we got the
His
Overlord.
roll is
250.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Damn damage in the bottom river too that Ace just didn't check, didn't take.
Yeah, it's just Ace really wants to take this mid tower, and he's just not being allowed to do so.
I mean, the thing is, this should be a team move for Gaimin. Like, this should be a tower that you don't just want the tower. You want the fight BetBoom take trying to defend the tower. That's more valuable to you with this lineup. But they have not made the team move forward.
They better hope they have the TPs ready. Miro,
He's gone.
he's got him. That is also such a dangerous skewer into
Two
team
support.
scripts. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
They have both the combos that won that Team Spirit TI-10.
Yep.
Dire's top
Skewer
tower
Grip and
is
Skewer
under
Hex.
attack.
In that version, it was the Lion, but
All right, now you have to go at mid. You have to get this kill. And they've got it. They'll take the mid tower for it as well, so
huge move.
that trade-off. I mean, I'm surprised. Knowing that Ace wanted to take that mid tower so badly, I'm surprised Kiritich was trying to defend it.
Would agree. I mean, he had BKB, but
Radiant's middle tower
that is the
under
only
attack.
place Gaming can go with this beast.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless they're just Roshan. That was tempting fate.
Dire's
He's also really high level, by the way. This troll is level 14 and a half, so he is dead for a considerable amount of time here.
Enough time, the Gaimin Gladiators are going to try and do Roshan. Scan from BetBoom. They know what's going on. Pick up on Katomi. Tofu. He actually managed to get away. Turns back around. Dagger on GPK. GPK running out of mana here. Hit by the shield crash. Quinn, not sure if he wants to take this or not. He's got this damn damage. Wants to make use of it, but will just have to run away. Meanwhile, here comes a missile. Chasing after Miro. Miro. He's going to be stunned. Hit by both of the AoEs from the call down.
And they get another power rune for Quinn, Arcane this time.
Gaimin Gladiators have just gotten themselves a Roshan secured.
This was the sequence they were looking for the whole game. I think they could have done it with the Helm before the upgrade, but they got it with the Overlord upgrade. And that's what counts. Because now you swung this beast to mid, got the troll, got 2 more kills, got a power rune, got Roshan, Aegis onto Watson, his Ags is done. You're up gold now.
Yeah, this is rough, man. If you're BetBoom, you kind of knew that Gaimin Gladiators had to make some sort of play like this. Miro, though, bounces right back, finds the opening on Quinn. Those openings will never really ever change with this combination. Gaimin Gladiators just don't really have the heroes to stop that play. Once you hit the skewer, you don't have the most mobile heroes to get there. Miro searching for more. Primal Roar goes out, but he's already skewered away.
They've been pretty active looking for things with this Blink Skewer RP, which is good because every time you kill these heroes pushing your tower, you slow down the push. That could have easily been a tier 1 into steal your Ancients, dabble with hitting a tier 2, but the Aegis is on the Gyro.
Yep.
And if he's not frontlining, they're going to skewer anybody else they can get. This troll continues to climb the chart, man.
I almost wonder if, like, Malady needs to go Blink Dagger from here just so he can try and chase after these skewer plays. Because they also don't have, like, a quick reaction stun to stop the mag skewer. Not very easy. Dagger hits Katomi. Watson gonna run down supports. More than one, perhaps, as nicely played by Tofu. Hops Ward hits the wheel on him. Shadow Shaman should get taken out by flat cannon shots. Now Kiritich is in danger, half HP already. Buyback from Katomi. Make sure that carry does get out. Gaimin Gladiators seeing that buyback, they call it quits. Reset a bit.
Definitely don't want to dive too deep with that skewer threat. Wasted buyback, however. As the ores are building up for Gaimin, the lead is building. The ball has been formed.
Yeah.
middle tower is
And this
under
is where these single target heroes are going to suffer on the side of BetBoom. When Gaimin group is 5, you have sustain, you have extra armor, you have an extra life, you have a lot of AoE, a lot of chase down potential. if you fight into this, you better bring everybody.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The only thing they're scared about when they group up like this is some sort of skewer play. Like you said, there is no direct counter to it. But it also doesn't guarantee you'll win the fight. I could see Gaimin take a fight even with someone getting skewered in.
Really? I don't.
Dire are
Like, how do
I
they
guess
get to that person who gets skewered?
I guess it depends who it is, but... I mean, there is a... Like, the way I see it is you skewer someone in Tofu, blink, escape axe that guy.
Yeah, I mean, if they start getting blink daggers on
Well,
their
they already
heroes,
have one
then-
on the Ringmaster.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so this is his direct answer to that.
Oh, okay, nice.
And you will get one eventually on the tree, and it's just going to be slow here.
Yeah. He
That
wants
hero
to...
doesn't farm too fast compared to a lot of the other supports.
Gaimin Gladiators, 2 minutes left on the Aegis. They'll take the Tormentor.
Tree and Shard? No.
I thought you could tell
Well,
where the
faking
shard
it
was
because
going.
otherwise Valve would be really upset.
Oh, so you're one of the guys hiding the bug knowledge. You and the Inner Sanctum.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you think those double arcane runes came from last game?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You think that was an accident?
Aghanim Scepter done for the Pangolier.
Radiant's top tower has
His damage
fallen.
is upgraded. Whether or not he can really use this Rolling Thunder is going to be a different question.
Also, I said inner circle. I don't know where inner sanctum came from. That makes it sound like
Sorry, playing.
something from, you know, Eyes Wide Shut or something.
Radiant's
Like,
top tower is under
I'm
attack.
not in some like Kubrick, you know, weird sanctum circle thing.
I do. A cult-like setting of Dota players, that's not something I want to see.
A great movie though. Tom Cruise, it's a classic.
Yeah. I'd say Tom Cruise, that's a classic. Tier 2 gonna fall.
What?
Dire's
Wait,
middle
what'd you
tower
say?
is under attack.
Don't say Tom.
Yeah.
He's good at it though.
I believe that.
Maybe we should watch it tonight.
I'm
wanna have a
not
movie night?
watching that movie with you.
What?
Are
Why
you
not?
kidding me?
It's a great movie. You can close your eyes all the time.
I don't want to close my eyes around you watching that movie either.
Okay, I'll watch the movie and I'll message you and let you know how.
Please do not message me.
I'll message
I'm gonna
you.
block your number.
In
Dire's
eyes
top
emotion.
tower is under attack.
Then you'll know.
Mag with the Crimson Guard. Surprised you went for that. I thought you would just rush straight to the Ags, considering how important the skewer pickoffs are this game. BKB and
Lower-
Ags, I feel like, are priority pickups.
Lower offensive potential, a lot higher defensive / 5-man potential. This Crimson is really good against Gaimin. Gyro Beast, kind of low damage heroes in terms of the right clicks.
Yeah, I
Really
guess
good
so.
versus the flak. Like, it's a really good Crimson game.
I feel like, I guess, that you aren't going to weather the storm against Gaimin Gladiators team fight. You're either going to get a pickoff that puts them in a bad enough position where they can't take the team fight in the first place.
You have Ags on the troll too now. I could see them winning a straight-up fight. I don't think it's impossible here at all.
Okay. Revenant's Brooch and BKB now done for Watson. Also almost level 18, which is not insignificant. It's an extra 175 damage.
Yeah, they want to
Each
fight with it.
missile.
Call was made. You have Ags, Haste Rune on Quinn. You have triple aura on Ace, and that minted Brooch BKB for the gyro. Big DPS coming through.
Nero is showing himself in the mid lane. That is somebody they would love to kill first.
You have to be a little careful about single target initiation versus the sleep. Otherwise, you're kind of jumping whoever here. Especially the supports if you see them.
The axe is being thrown, the dragon pushing in. I mean, BetBoom definitely know there's got to be some sort of smoke behind this. They skewer pack the dragon.
He almost got caught there.
He almost did. They're going to protect their dragon. Meanwhile, attempted initiation from Tofu. It fails on the side. Ultimate got used on Kira. Here comes the Rolling Thunder, saved by the Nightmare. He
In
gets
the
off
grip.
the BKB, and now he's going to be Fiend's gripped up the high ground. They're trying to get flank-headed shots. Good RP from Miro. That's going to take him out of this fight entirely.
God damn, Katayomi God. Absolutely bails out that sequence. And that is exactly what I was talking about. If you go for that single target core kill and it gets sleep saved, there's BKBs on these cores to turn it around, especially the Troll. That's why Troll is so good with saves, because you commit on him, you clump in the fight, he gets BKB ult off, suddenly the turnaround can come, you get that big RP, and the cleave starts to go to work. I'm surprised Gaimin lasted as long as they did in that situation.
I'm surprised they went for it at all. I felt like they kind of knew what was going on.
Maybe they felt like even if the Troll gets ult off here, they'll be able to make something happen, but the Overgrowth did not hit the Bane. Imagine you have Blink there, you could free the Pango. Ends up getting Escape Act regardless, but look at the cleave going through. Pretty nasty line of work, and GPK gets to come in last. He has high ground position. Turret God just sits there, deals all the DPS in the world. He just finished BKB before that fight, and now he gets to finish Boots of Travel. Huge, huge gold injection for these cores, especially going into next Roshan, which is up, by the way.
Yeah. That's also something that, like, Tofu made his jump onto one of the other supports. He whiffed it. But I also feel like if you're going all in on a hero, don't you just throw the wheel behind that hero knowing that there's going to be saves behind him? Like, isn't that wheel part of your coverage for all-inning a hero?
Well, the thing is, he threw the wheel before the roar came out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I think if they were all together in the same spot, then yeah, you go for that. Because you're going to assume the team is behind whoever you go on. So even if the wheel doesn't latch that guy, because he BKBs or gets slept out of it or whatever, you're going to block off the team fight. Like, that's where you want the wheel to be regardless.
Yeah.
That's a big misstep here for Gaimin. They would just have cleared through this Roshan if they win that fight. Now they're going to have to fight for it.
Yeah, I feel like their timing is this kind of like 10 to 15 minutes. I don't love their chances.
Oh, he stole his Mad Stone.
Going later and later. Ace. Oh, they tried to catch him. Blink Yules. Nice play from Tofu. Puts him in the wheel. They try and bail him out with a Nightmare. That's not going to work here. And now they're going to hold off of the roar during this BKB of the Troll. Play it slow. Let the Troll have this BKB. It's about to wear thin, and now you could chase after it. Now you could try and slow him down. Hit the dagger on him. That's going to be dispelled. Kiritich is able to take that off pretty easily. GPK is just waiting, trying to hit that LSA.
Pump faked it 10 times.
Another dagger goes out. That one slips between the two, splits the wickets. A really beautiful counter initiation from Tofu this time around.
You don't have the insta stun? Build it. Blink Yules gets the job done. 10 seconds for the mag respawn, though. This is not fast at all. Ace was not at this Roche.
Spotlighted, but Gaimin Gladiators are just going to have to chill. If anything, BetBoom actually have the advantage for taking Roshan now because they have every single one of their abilities. While Gaimin Gladiators, for at least 20 seconds, they're waiting on Wheel, they're waiting on Roar, and Rolling Thunder.
They're going to try and smoke and take advantage
If
of it.
this fight starts right away, Gaimin Glad, I don't love their chances for it.
Radiant are scanning.
You can't just force the Roche here, though.
Are scanning.
Gaimin are... The thing is, Gaimin scan it. Okay, they send the boar in. They know it's not being done.
But they
They can
know
play it
BetBoom
slow.
is right on top of that area. They will swap places. I love when teams do this. Something is just like so perfect about when teams smoke and then they just work their way around the clock.
Mid lane usually decides the break here.
Right, who's got the pressure pushing down mid.
Yep. Get
And
the extra vision.
They're both likely to throw out spells to cut the wave.
It's a dangerous ward to D-ward right now. Gaimin know it. They'll ping it out, but send the boar in to kill it. Do not want to get skewered on that. And Power Rune as well.
Okay, Roshan's going to move to the other side.
That's,
BetBoom are going to be here first.
in
Re-smoke
theory, good
up.
for them, but it's a re-smoke that might catch them off guard.
Oh, Tofu, he's going to break Spotlight, spots a couple of heroes. He blinks backwards. BetBoom, scramble up to the high ground. Gaimin Gladiators continue their post up. I mean, this situation means Gaimin Gladiator. Oh, hexed up. GPK throws out all his damage onto Watson where he can. RP lands onto the Train Protector as well, but they didn't kill the heroes. Now they're going to be in some trouble. Maldi got a good overgrowth out there. They reset a little bit. Watson gets away from Kiritich. Kiritich dealing with the missiles, chasing after Watson.
He's on the gyro.
Ace needs some help. Somebody, some sort of stuns. They've got nothing for him. The Yules comes in too late. Watson dies like that. He does have buyback. Ace trying to make his way backwards here. Kataomi being run down by a golem. Meanwhile, Kiritich with the buyback coming out from Watson is going to try and back away. Kataomi, he's swashbuckled out of it.
State buybacks.
He's going to run back. More buybacks being used. Both teams all in on this Roshan fight. Chasing after Save, not letting him get away. At the same time, Tofu, he got jumped on. Stealth fuels. When he comes back in, Escape Pact is up. He tries to make his way out. Dispel goes out, but it's a bit too late. Watson dealing with Kiritich. Kiritich doesn't have his ultimate. He's got to be careful here of overextending himself. They back away with the fear.
He used Satanic on that. That was his last saving grace here.
That's a little awkward. Miro, they're reliant on Miro to find his skewer pickup now.
But Gaimin still can't man up for the Roche, even with the Watson buy. I mean, it feels like you have to with him buying.
Troll, BKB, 30 seconds. His ult up in 10.
Should know GPK. Also the big buyback there for BetBoom.
Yep. Miro RP in 40 seconds. Bane Grip in 30.
Are you really just going to let this window go by for Gaimin?
If you just don't, but they also don't have any, like, smokes. They surely have used all their smokes. It was like back to back to back.
I don't like BetBoom have any either. Both teams used everything for that sequence.
Yeah, but I think BetBoom is fine with that.
Well, yeah, RP is coming back up 15 seconds.
So Gaimin Gladiators, they have to force it one way or the other. They're going to go inside the pit here.
I think they waited too long. This
Rolling
is
Thunder's going to get used.
awkward.
Very awkward. The Fiend's Grip is up. Kataomi,
he
got him right before the Rolling Thunder hits him. Meanwhile, the grab on Amiro here, trying to stop this RP. It's up in a second. He got it off just in the nick of time. Locks down 2. Now they're in big trouble. Kiritich starts going to work. Gaimin Gladiators, they made their move, and they made it just 2 seconds too late.
They waited so long to be aggressive there. These ults come back up. And the ults Omega punish them. Overgrowth missing the Bane there was a massive deal with that Tumbler toy play. Kataomi, he outplays them again.
A sick move from Kataomi, just inches away.
And it makes a lot of difference because this Pango can't output more damage. He can't lock more heroes down, and that means that this Magnus, he gets to survive here. Imagine he can roll back into this Magnus or something.
Kill Miro, no RP.
You might not get RP there. Ultimately, the positioning is really awkward for Gaimin, though, because the Beast and the Gyro got stuck down the hill. They did not run up the hill with the rest of the team. So you're split there regardless. That's tough terrain to fight around right there.
BetBoom's patience pays off. And Gaimin Gladiators now, I mean, they're not that far behind in net worth, but it does feel like the trajectory of the game is much better for BetBoom. Kiritich almost right on top of Quinn. They're still going to jump him, manage to get the skewer back alongside the Hex. No roll-up in time from Quinn. A big pick-off.
No buyback available for him either if you go high ground right now.
The bottom lane is being cut, but mid-wave is open for the taking. You can take this tier 2. And now Miro has an Aghanim Scepter. He gets the BKB. I don't know. He's just going to be able to fish all the time.
He's already doing it.
BKB, Horn Toss, Skewer back.
Your only catch is that Blink Yules that we saw once. Nice little amp damage for GPK. Damage is going to be overwhelming right now. This should be a lane almost no matter what. You do not want to give up kills to the skewer here on top of it.
I love how GPK just amp damage, Laguna Blade, just pump out the damage as quick as possible, because if they do this fast enough, it's a lane of barracks for free. No contest whatsoever from Gaimin Gladiators. 5 seconds left to the Pango.
Wisdom Shrines are up. They get pinged out. Kataomi's just going for an Ags, man. I mean, why not? He's had himself a hell of a game here. Been in the right spot at the right time in 2 big pivotal team fights.
I think that...
No, he buys a gem. Sacrificial.
Yeah, even if he gets to Ags, the Dream Protector is still the answer to that, though, right? It's an AoE disable. You could just hit all 3 of the bait.
Really dependent on the position, though.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to blink so that you hit every one of them, which is not guaranteed. Also, this overgrowth has some pressure on it. Like, let's be realistic. I mean, overgrowthing to cancel that grip is nice, but there's a lot of stuff that can happen where it's going to force you to throw that out.
Yeah, the troll gets on top of Watson. You feel pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
There, trying to stop the Magnus.
If people get RP skewered in, whatever, you can't really sit there and go, oh, I'll cancel the grip. Like, that fight is already happening. Sure, kind of have to go. And this troll is massive. Butterfly done almost all 25. This is where this hero is just terrifying. Still have a minute and a half left on this Aegis. If you want to try and push. No displacement spell for Gaimin means you can kind of siege with the Lina. You're not too scared.
He'll start doing just that. AC done for the Beastmaster. Level 20 on him. I mean, he does hit pretty hard when he gets on top of these supports. It's hard for him to get into that position with no Blink Dagger. And he needs to be available to roar up the troll.
That's why Gaimin are trying to play off their vision right now. Take a fight on a high ground ward. Catch a nice angle. Might get it here. MKB for the gyro.
Less than a minute left on this Aegis. He's going to go up with Shadowblade and Smoke. So he's going to get an angle. He's going to see something here. Miro? He's shown. Bolt Thunder, they're going to go onto him. They have to all in this. But Miro, they don't get him inside the wheel. GPK, meanwhile, throws out the Laguna Blade. Tofu escape back, goes out. Gaimin Gladiators, are they leaving him for dead? Tofu. Strongman's tonic. He's going to be okay for now. Now the grip on the Pango. Okay, there it is. Managed to get the save out there with the overgrowth. Watson pushes forward, but they don't really get much during that time. It's because of the troll in the back lines. He's caught Ace. Ace hasn't gotten off Aurora, and he's not going to either.
Big find from Save as this troll just pushes through the line. Now is as good an overgrowth you're going to get. You have Blood Right to back it up. Larger AoE. You get 4. You cancel grip. But then your Rolling Thunder's done. Your gyro doesn't want to advance there, and he's all your damage right now. You need Watson in the middle of that fight with MKB Broach to bring these heroes down.
Quinn's trying to play this at half HP, and he'll get punished for it.
Absolutely zapped down.
He has buyback. Ace does not, though. So it'll be 2 lanes. The Barracks BetBoom will casually exit the base. They still have a tier 2 up top. Lena's already TPing for it. BetBoom playing it fast. They can go for full-out megas before Ace is back up.
Why not? You have him on the ropes. You're going to have Troll 25 here, too. You just take that strong Dispel. I mean, then what do you do to bring this guy down?
He's going to use his buyback, but no overgrowth. No big team fight spells. They've got Wheel. They do have a little window here where there's no Fiend's Grip, and they do have Rolling Thunder.
Oh, nice fish looking for the tree on the side. There's the Ags for the Bane. And 25 for the Troll. Brawny Tumbler Toy unleashed.
So now the Beastmaster just doesn't even do anything to stop this Troll.
Yep, it's an incredibly strong talent.
Courier has been killed.
I mean, that's your reward for picking Troll and winning the game.
Dire are scanning.
Lincoln's on GBK as well, so your roar targets really went down in the last minute here.
Gaimin Gladiators are going to go out fighting. Not going to hole up inside their base. They smoke out.
GBK, he knows.
Oh, GPK, he's going to ruin it. Drop ward sentries far too late. They have just double warded the mid lane.
They have lane pressure too.
Yeah.
BetBoom are not pressured to leave their vision.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Heritage checks the rune, but I don't even know if that was worth it. Maybe he's invincible. He's playing like it.
Yeah, I think he is. That strong Dispel plus BKB plus Satanic plus all the Dispels he has, Whirling Axes. Trying to get a reaction out of, trying to get BetBoom to jump. And they will oblige. Instant Yules goes out. But Quinn's still maybe going to die. Escape back does manage to get a Miro. Okay, Quinn still dies, and Miro does not. Flat cannon shots aren't going to be good enough. Manage to hit the overgrowth. That's quickly dispelled. Kiritich deals with that one. The Gyrocopter is just going to get run down by the troll at this point in time. Get bailed out. Miro, oh, he got the RP at the last second. Still caught him. And no Gyrocopter. Ace, once again, can't get off the roar. He dies.
Nobody to
2 or
roar.
3 times now without getting off the roar.
That's just the game. No buybacks.
Tips for Kataomi, well-placed tips.
Oh, yeah.
Kataomi
He
came
owned.
up big in this game 3 for BetBoom.
Absolutely owned. That's one of those games where you don't look at this Bane and say, oh, he ran over the map. He's